Welcome back once again. And in the previous lessons, we learned letters and we learned the sign Kanna and Sihari. Today I'm going to explain another sign, next one called Bihari, which give us the sound of E, like strong E. This is opposite of Sihari. Sihari is like this, before letter, and Bihari is after letter. When I write down, my handwriting may not be good, but just when you see anything signed like this and in the written Punjabi, you will know. Bihari is like this, exactly like this, after the letter. Remember once again, Sihari is before the letter and Bihari is always after the letter. And both signs, Sihari and Bihari, cannot be, or we don't use with Uda and Eda. We don't use this. So I'm going to explain some simple words where we use Bihari. I will only try to explain, but you can see any letter with the sound E, we use Bihari. It's not very difficult to know the sound of E, but I still will give you some examples to make it easy for you to understand. We can pick any sound for this sound to write down. I will pick the first one we call kheer, which is the cooked sweet rice. In English, we can probably, it's rice, but cooked sweet rice. In English, if we want to write down the word, probably we will write down like this. As I said, Punjabi words, it's very hard to write down exactly in English and say these are the real spellings, because even if we write down A here, it will still pronounce kheer. But in Punjabi, we are discussing a Bihari sign. So if we say kheer for k, you remember letter kaka. So kaka is like this, kaka, then E, kheer. So we use Bihari, and maybe you remember the letter for R, kheer, which is rara. So this is kheer. Another example, we can use a word called BB. Say, for example, we can use any word giving us the sound of E. So BB, we can write down in English like this. Some people say BB to a small girl, but most of the people northern Punjab, they use this word for their mother too. But anyway, whatever the different meanings, I will tell you how to write down. So you remember the letter Baba for B. So Bihari is always after the letter. So that means we write down Baba, B, Baba again, BB. So this is a word we use twice, because the sound is BB. It's just a repetition, twice it become one word. The next example we can use, maybe I should leave some words here rather than to clean every time, so that you can probably check the previous word. Elephant, in English, elephant, we call it hathi in Punjabi language. So hathi, we will write down ha, ha, which is for H, then kanna to make it ha, then probably you remember th sound is tha. So if we leave it like that, what the sound? Ha kanna th, hath. Hath in Hindi means hands, but we are writing hathi, which is elephant. BIHAARE. This is elephant, and the next word, there's so many. Watch is called kadi in Punjabi. So ka, kaga, like this. And we mentioned when I was teaching this the 35 letters, 35 alphabet letters in Punjabi language, that this sound I'm going to write down, it does not exist in English language. It is not ra like R. Sometimes we write down RH, but still you have to listen to me very carefully to differentiate the sound. Instead of R, we say R, kadi, kadi. So we use this letter rada. So some people say rada, but it's rada, and kadi, BIHAARE. This is elephant. And this is watch. Actually, kadi usually is a wristwatch. For some reason, not only Punjabi, many languages, sometimes the word is same but more than one meaning. Kadi is usually used for wristwatch or watch, but the same word is for the clay water pot. I will not go into details, the different meanings of these words, because we are just trying to discuss this sign, BIHAARE. I write down here, it's like this, and if you write down, if you want to remember, it's called BIHAARE. Yes, and I'll give you one or two more examples. I don't want to make it too lengthy because, as I said, at the end, after you learn all these signs, I will try to write down different words where we use different signs, and then I will try to explain you different signs and sounds in one word. But in the beginning, one by one, now I want to explain you different signs but different sounds to make it easier rather than to explain every single word in one lesson. We write down a small clay lamp we used to use in the old times. We call diva. So diva, the is dada, then BIHAARE, and then we say for wa sound W, wawa, and kanna. This is called diva. In other word, we can use small pipe. A big pipe is a different word, but the small thin pipe we call nali. So that would be something like this, probably in English, nali. But in Punjabi language, we will write down nanna for N, then na, a, kanna, then lalla for L, lalla, nali. There are quite a few other words. I will only explain you one or two more words. One is called the whistle, which is called CT, but in English this is whistle. We call CT. So it should be easy for you up to now to write down sassa for S, tanka for T. So we want to make it city, so it should be like this. City. I think rather than to explain you these words again and again, you can check these words. Let me clean here. I'll give you one or two more examples, and then we will wrap up this lesson. I will give you one or two examples of slightly longer words. One word is called Raniti, which is more or less like a strategy. Ran means the field, Niti means the some sort of policy. This and that strategy is called Raniti. So R for this Rara, as I said, na sound probably doesn't exist in English. Instead of really strong na, we say na. So we call it nana, which is like this. This is ran. Nana for N. Ran Niti. Rara. If you go to Punjabi school, the kids, the way they teach, I don't want to teach you really like that, because it doesn't make any difference, because I have to explain to you in English, because when kids go to school, most of the teacher they teach them in Punjabi language, because the kids, they can actually speak Punjabi, but they only have to learn how to write down. In this case, most of I think, not sure, I think most of the students probably they can't speak Punjabi either. So I will not teach you like that, because they said ra, rara, r. They don't teach you like this. They said sound like ra ra bole, then na bole. You will not understand what I'm talking. So as I said before, if you have any suggestion or you want me to change something, please send me a message, and I will try my best to change myself the way I teach. I can teach. I can give you one more example maybe. Then we wind it. We now learned SIHAAREE, Kanna, and BIHAAREE. SIHAAREE is like SIHAAREE, the way I pronounce SIHAAREE, or fair, mare, or anything like this. And Kanna is A, and BIHAAREE is E. So if I write down Sipahi, which is a soldier in English, and I probably, as I said, it's very hard to know the spellings in English, but I will still say probably SPAHI. And in Punjabi, I will write down Sipahi. So SIHAAREE, then S for S is Sasa in Punjabi, then Papa for P, Sipa, so that means Kanna here, and Ha, BIHAAREE, this is Sipahi. And we will continue in the next lesson. We have a few more signs to come, because I told you before that we do not use letters to make N sound, or half letter, or E, or we don't use any letter to use vowel sound, which is used in English to make different sounds, in for example I, E, or EA, something like that. I will explain you all the signs at the end, maybe one or two lessons. We can discuss all the signs in some sentences. So I will leave for the next lesson. Please, once again, I remind you, if you like these lessons, please subscribe and click like if you like the lessons. I hope you like the lessons. and I will see you in the next lesson. You have a very nice day, and thank you for watching this video.